starts driving down through this flexible shaft. Goes down to this tool at the bottom. This does all the shearing. This is called the handpiece. Two blades, there's a fixed blade on the bottom called a comb. That combs through the wool. On top, there's a smaller blade. That moves back and forth, cuts all the wool off. That one's called the cutter. So it moves very fast, it's very sharp, it's very noisy, and it's all very dangerous. Now this is the modern way we shear the sheep. So being the modern way, it is the easier way. A long time ago, it wasn't as easy. All the sheep in Australia had to be shorn by hand using the shears. About 100 years ago now these were used. At that time in Australia, there were around 70 million sheep, and they all needed to be shorn every single year. So you'd shear for 10 hours a day with these. 70 to 80 sheep on average you could shear in 10 hours, but today, in 8 hours of work, 150 up to 200 sheep now. A lot easier these days for the shearer. Now this was invented to make things a lot easier as well, but invented by a shearer this time. He had a very bad back. Couldn't shear sheep anymore. How do you think the shearer got the bad back in the first place? Shearing sheep, that's right, bending over. So what do we do with this then? Is this for the sheep to go inside here, do you think? No. No, we're right over here. It's the shearer's just fine. So you jump inside, bending up and down all day. Those springs up the top, so they're just helping you stand back up, taking quite a bit of strain from off of my back. Time to grab a sheep out and show you how we shear it. So Lee will explain to you what happens as I'm shearing the sheep.
So when the shearer catches the sheep, the first thing he does is he turns it upside down very quickly. This gets the sheep off its legs, and that way it's completely under control and it can't get away. These and birds and pickles, these are really hard to remove from wool. Working together, and we call them a team of shearers. They'll start work at 7:30 in the morning, work for 2 hours, have a break and have a tea, work for another 2 hours, and so on for an entire day. You must be very careful around the eyes and ears. And this is the most difficult part of the sheep to shear, and as you see, the handpiece goes underneath the wool, and the shearer has to feel for the skin before opening up the wool to see where it's going. In Australia, we shear mainly merino sheep, that's the breed of the sheep. Merinos are very wrinkly and have lots of loose skin all over their bodies, but mainly around the neck. You might like to think of shearing as having a haircut, and when you get your haircut, it doesn't hurt. You're looking neat and tidy for a while, but as your hair continually grows, before long, you need to have it cut again. And it's the same with the sheep, except we only shear the sheep once a year. Now this part of the shearing is called the long blow, a blow being a stroke of the handpiece. And the long blow is the longest blow a shearer can do on the sheep. From one end of the sheep to the other, so he can remove a lot of wool very quickly when he does the long blow. The typical sheep farm in Australia will have about 5,000 sheep, and teams of shearers will travel around from one farm to another. Once they get to a farm, they will stay there until all the sheep are shorn, and then the team will move on to the next farm. The last side of the sheep is called the ripping side, and it's called that because it's the fastest side to shear. Having already removed most of the wool, all the shearer has to do now is to rip down the last side very quickly so he can finish that sheep, get out another one, and shear as many as he can in a day. A shearer will be paid about $3.20 for every sheep they shear. It may not sound like very much, but when you consider that they can shear up to 200 sheep in one day, they are earning quite a bit of money. And there we have a lovely clean choice sheep, remember?
And all the sheep here, we've got grease, a natural grease, it's called lanolin. You know, we've heard of lanolin. Quite a lot of ladies' cosmetics and skincare products made from lanolin. It's very good for our skin. It's also good for the sheep. So as soon as we shear the sheep, they start producing a large amount of that lanolin to cover their whole body with grease. And it ends up protecting the sheep from the weather, keeps them dry and warm. Then we can put the sheep straight back outside at any time of the year. Straight after we shear them in the middle of winter, and they're not going to suffer at all, they stay dry and warm. Before I put it back, I'll just show you this lanolin. You can see that shining all over my hands. Pretty shiny stuff. Come over here if you like after the show. You can all rub the sheep. Get your hands full of lanolin and rub them all over your face. Now you'll go home with nice soft skin, but you will smell terrible. Alright, she's all done, she can get back.
She looks like a boy.
Now we're into the pile of wool called a fleece. And inside a shearing shed we have workers called rouseabouts. So one of the rouseabouts' jobs is to pick up the fleece, throw it out onto a wool table. Now we don't have a wool table here, so I'm just going to throw this one off the floor in front of us, just so we can see it a little bit better. But what you'll see here is a technique of shearing. It's getting all the wool joined together in one big piece. It's not a big one. Stop that one. Now this is very important when we do it like this.
Pwede nang black yan, guys.
That's where all the dirty, greasy wool is. And when we spread it out like this, it all comes out from the edges, so it's easy to find. Now we need to remove that wool. This process we call skirting the fleece. So down here is the back legs of the sheep. So working along right on the edge. Front legs. And also there'll be some shorter stuff up around the face. So we take all that up as well. What we're doing here is trying to improve the value of the fleece, because all these dirty pieces, these are all less valuable than the main fleece wool. These pieces are called pieces. Here in Australia we've got some of the best quality, and the that's going to get made into all that men's suit, all the expensive stuff. That's about 5 kilos of wool just there. 5 kilos, that's what we get every year from the sheep, 5 kilos. This is actually enough wool to make 3 complete men's suits. All for this, 3 whole suits. Now if you want to buy 3 suits, that will cost you over $1,000. The value here is about $40. That's what the farmer gets for one fleece. About $40. Now we can go over here into the wool press. Now we'll get 40 or 50 fleeces inside. When it's nice and full, use this machine. Swing it over and you press it right down really tight into a pail of wool, just like these ones over here. But most of Australia's wool, it gets exported to many different countries. But the main country that we export our wool to is China, of course. So the bellies of the fleeces, well, they get made into all our woolly socks, woolly jumpers, blankets for the bed, things like that. All the tiny bits left over here, these are called lock wax. And these will actually get mixed together and made into a material called felt. That's where your felt comes from, the wool felt. All those little tiny bits of wool. That's one example there actually. That's an old felt hat made from pure